So in case y'all did not know, Cassie sued Sean P. Diddy, Puff Diddly D. Combs. Nah, she's suing Puffy. Well, was suing Puffy because as this video is out now, as this, um, you know, account is out now, as we're talking about it right now, they settled on a settlement. It happened so fast we didn't even get a chance to even talk about it. But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about what the settlement means, all that stuff like that. This is Cassandra Ventura, which is Cassie, and that is Sean Combs. She's suing Sean Combs, Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, Epic Records, Combs Enterprises LLC, and Doe Corps. These are the official statements. This is the preliminary statement right here. Defendant Sean Combs is a rapper and record executive popularly known by his stage names Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, or Diddy. Mr. Combs came to fame in the early 1990s with his record label Bad Boy. He rose to prominence in the music and entertainment industry over decades, blah. In 2022, Mr. Combs received, oh my God, this is crazy. Nobody cares. All right, this is what we'll read it from. In 2022, Mr. Combs received a Lifetime Achievement Award at the BET Awards. During his acceptance speech, Mr. Combs stated, I have to give a special shout out, thank you, love, to the people that was really there for me. He named a number of people before adding, and also Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Love. The truth, however, is that Cassie, Miss Cassandra Ventura, was held down by Mr. Combs and endured over a decade of violent behavior and disturbed demands. For Miss Ventura, the dark times were those spent trapped by Mr. Combs in a cycle of abuse, violence, and sex trafficking. Among other violent and unlawful acts, Mr. Combs raped Miss Ventura in her own home after she tried to leave him, often punched, beat, kicked, and stomped on Miss Ventura, resulting in bruises, burst lips, black eyes, and bleeding, blew up a man's car after he learned that he was romantically interested in Miss Ventura, and that's referring to Kid Cudi, forced Miss Ventura to engage in sex acts with male sex workers while masturbating and filming the encounters, ran out of his apartment with a firearm in pursuit of a rival industry exec whom he learned was nearby, demanded that Miss Ventura carry his firearm in her purse just to make her uncomfortable and demonstrate how dangerous he is, and introduced Miss Ventura to a lifestyle that is of excessive alcohol and substance abuse, and required her to procure illicit prescriptions to satisfy his own addictions. They met each other in 2005 when she was 19 and he was 37. They got into a fast-paced relationship. Mr. Combs asserted complete control over Ms. Ventura's personal and professional life, thereby ensuring her inability to escape his hold. Throughout the relationship, Mr. Combs was prone to uncontrollable rage and frequently beat Ms. Ventura savagely. The beatings were witnessed by Mr. Combs' staff and employees at Bad Boy Records or Entertainment and Mr. Combs' related businesses, but no one dared to speak up against their frightening and ferocious boss. I want to get to the one where they talk about the sexual deviancy of Mr. Combs. They detail the grape. I'm not gonna read all this because it is very, very graphic. I mean, when I say very, very graphic, it's too much going on. There's a statute of limitations that's coming up, so that's another reason why they're saying Cassie went ahead with this story. She goes and she names the parties. And I want to get to the part where she talks about the things that she's done. Again, you can read all this for yourself. It is detailed. It is graphic. It recounts all of their dealings with from when they met to what she's claiming is the abusive relationship, the extortion, the framing and such. This is what we want to read. Number 5. Mr. Combs forces Miss Ventura into sex trafficking. Within a few months of beginning a romantic relationship with 40-year-old Mr. Combs, the 22-year-old Miss Ventura felt beholden to his whims and demands. While in New York, Mr. Combs told Miss Ventura that he wanted to engage in a fantasy called voyeurism. Mr. Combs said that it would turn him on if he saw Miss Ventura with another dick. Now, as far as I understand, that's not what voyeurism is. That is not what voyeurism is. Voyeurism is the practice of gaining sexual pleasure from watching others. When they are naked or engaged in sexual acts. I guess that is what voyeurism is. Sexual interest and practice of watching other people engage in sexual acts. I thought that was being a cuck. I thought that's what that was. Yeah, my bad. I thought that was. Yo, Spike Spiegel.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I thought that's what that was. I guess I was wrong there. This is a WordPress site. That's pretty good. The first time Mr. Combs hired a man and brought the man into his home in Los Angeles, the man, Mr. Combs, and Miss Ventura wore masquerade masks and ingested drugs. Mr. Combs directed Miss Ventura to perform sexual acts with this man while Mr. Combs watched them. He masturbated while he directed Miss Ventura and the man to do specific sexual acts. The entire encounter lasted multiple days. Mr. Combs began to call the arrangement a freak-off. A freak-off, or F.O.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
He would repeatedly tell Miss Ventura at random moments that he wanted an F.O. And Miss Ventura was eventually expected to facilitate the location and the hiring of male sex workers. At certain points during Miss Ventura and Mr. Combs' relationship, he would insist on an F.O. weekly. A freak-off, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man, not again.
And every time he would ask that, Cassie would say,
oh man, not again.
P. Diddy would text her F.O. She would say,
oh man, not again.
This isn't funny. This is not funny. Mr. Combs will repeatedly tell Miss Ventura that his practice was our thing and our secret. FOs would often take place in hotel suites, including the Trump International Hotel in Columbus Circle, Armitage, Beverly Hills, the London Hotel in Los Angeles, the Intercontinental Century City, the Intercontinental Atlanta, shouts out to Atlanta, the Intercontinental New York City, the One Hotel in New York and in Miami, the Mandarin Oriental Hotel in New York and in Miami, the Fontainebleau in Miami, the Beverly Hills Hotel, and Shutters on the beach in Los Angeles. On one occasion in 2013, Mr. Combs had an FO, a freak-off, set up at the Intercontinental Hotel in New York City, after which he was charged with tens of thousands of dollars in damages by the hotel. What the hell was this nigga doing? What? Tens of $1,000s in damages in a freak-off. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs' chief of staff, Tony Fletcher, paid the invoice charged by the hotel. Ms. Ventura eventually instructed to use websites and escort services to find male sex workers to participate in FOs. Mr. Combs told Ms. Ventura to search for large black penises. Large black penises on the website. Sometimes Mr. Combs would pay to fly male sex workers to his location, including to multiple cities in the United States as well as abroad. He required Ms. Ventura and his staff to help him make these arrangements. Mr. Combs' assistants would help him set up the FOs, freak-offs, including by setting up hotel suites with baby oil and Astroglide. Mr. Combs always supplied Ms. Ventura and the sex worker with copious amounts of drugs before and during the FOs. Ms. Ventura was given ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and alcohol in excess amounts during FOs, which allowed her to disassociate during these horrific encounters. It became commonplace to get IV fluids in the days after the FOs to recover from excessive substance pushed upon her. Miss Ventura was required to dress up in lingerie for an FO, and Mr. Combs insisted she wear white nail polish to contrast her nails with the skin of the black men he hired to have sex with her. During the FO, and God, we've got to get to the end. During the FO, Mr. Combs would instruct Ms. Ventura to pour excessive amounts of oil on herself. Mr. Combs then would instruct Ms. Ventura and the sex worker to speak to each other, and then would specifically tell Ms. Ventura where to touch the sex workers. Mr. Combs would say things like, "Grab that big black dick," and ask her, "How does it feel?" as he directed her to perform for him. Listen, I cannot. Apparently there's film of this. He treated the forced encounter as a personal art project, adjusting the candles he used for lighting to frame the videos he took. Oh my God. While Ms. Ventura quickly deleted any photographs or videos of sex acts if they were taken on her phone, Mr. Combs repeatedly made it clear that he retained many videos. Even when she deleted the videos, Mr. Combs would tell Ms. Ventura that he was able to recover deleted videos from her device. In one instance, he had sat next to her on a flight and made her watch a video she thought he deleted. Man, this is extremely detailed. Extremely detailed. Y'all can read the rest of that. That's a lot. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. And I know we lost a lot of people with that one because that is insanely too much. Now, they did settle. They did settle out of court. They settled for an amount of $30 million, if I'm not mistaken. Apparently, there was some financial agreement that they've had before. Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offenses and outrageous allegations. Combs' lawyer, Ben Brafman, said in a statement to CBS News on Thursday, "For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand, $30 million, under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which were unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail." They settled for an undisclosed amount. I'm going to say this, though. There have been so many weird instances of P. Diddy and some of the weird shit he's been into over the past, I don't know how many years. I have no clue how many years. And there's too much evidence out there.
So we could bust a move. This is when he just signed with Bad Boy. He didn't even have an album out yet. He was just getting signed. And I went to use a bathroom, and it was a dildo on the bathroom sink. And when I came out, I asked him what's about. He like, "That's homeboy's joint. You know, I don't know what it's about. He always have girls over here, but I don't know." I said, "Well, this one your sink. This is your bathroom. You're using this bathroom." I don't know where his bathroom at. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's word to my son, because stop breathing. I swear to God.
But you know what? Guys use dildos on girls sometimes.
That's true.
We seen some.
But he said,
I'm not saying he didn't.
Right.
I'm just telling you what.
Diddy was Usher's legal guardian. Justin Bieber literally just turned 15 years old. Bieber had to spend 48 hours with Diddy. The location and what they did went undisclosed, but we know what happened. He's not beating those out.
Minute. Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right,
No,
16.
You're not ready.
16.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Josh.
Okay.
Let's slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
And where'd you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
I just want to
Selling out arenas and everything, starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah, everything's good.
Why is he stuttering like this? Why is he stuttering like that, man? I don't like the way that young Justin Bieber is stuttering. I don't like the way that young Justin Bieber is stuttering. There's too many stories. Way too many stories. Way too many stories about P. Diddy, his Kim Porter, her passing, Albie Shore, Andre Harrell, all these mysterious situations, Tupac. However, it's over with. It is over with. It's been settled. And I don't want this to be a situation where, oh, it's a settlement. Cassie just wanted the money. P. Diddy got off scot-free. The word has been on the curb for a long time with P. Diddy. The word has been on the curb for a long time about P. Diddy. And this is just even more evidence. Even more evidence. I don't know. I don't want to go into too much more detail about that.